Imagine the scene, a bustling carnival with brightly lit booths and excited children running from ride to ride, eyes wide with anticipation. The air is thick with the scent of popcorn, hot dogs, and, perhaps most enchanting of all, the sweet, airy aroma of cotton candy. Swirled onto a stick, this pastel-colored cloud-like confection practically melts in your mouth, dissolving in a burst of pure sweetness. But behind this delightful treat lies an unexpected twist. Cotton candy was invented by none other than a dentist. Yes, the very profession dedicated to maintaining healthy teeth brought us one of the most sugary treats of all time. How did this come to be? The story of cotton candy, originally known as fairy floss, is a fascinating journey through innovation, irony, and a little bit of carnival magic. Our story begins in the early 1890s with Dr. William Morrison, a dentist from Nashville, Tennessee. Dr. Morrison was not just interested in oral health, he had a keen sense of curiosity and an inventive spirit. He was particularly interested in finding new ways to work with sugar, a product that had grown increasingly popular and accessible in the late 19th century. To achieve his vision, Dr. Morrison teamed up with a local confectioner named John C. Wharton. Together, they began experimenting with machines that could transform sugar into something extraordinary. Using their combined knowledge of science and confectionery, they developed a device that used centrifugal force to spin and melt sugar, turning it into delicate, thread-like filaments. This invention was the precursor to the cotton candy machines we see today. By 1897, Morrison and Wharton had perfected their machine, patenting it as an electric candy machine. Their invention was revolutionary. The machine would heat the sugar until it melted, then spin it through tiny holes using centrifugal force, creating fine threads of sugar that would quickly solidify as they cooled. When collected, these threads formed a fluffy, cloud-like mass, a texture unlike any other candy at the time. This new candy was incredibly light and airy, making it possible to produce a large, impressive-looking treat with just a small amount of sugar. Morrison and Wharton dubbed their invention fairy floss, a name that captured its ethereal appearance and delicate texture. The true debut of fairy floss came at the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, a grand event that drew millions of visitors from around the world. Morrison and Wharton saw the fair as the perfect opportunity to introduce their invention to the public, and they set up a booth to sell their new treat. The response was nothing short of sensational. People were captivated by this magical, cloud-like candy that practically disappeared on their tongues. The novelty, combined with its low price, 25 cents per serving, a significant sum at the time, made fairy floss one of the fair's top attractions. Morrison and Wharton reportedly sold over 68,000 boxes of fairy floss, generating substantial profit and securing the confection's place in American culture. As fairy floss gained popularity, its whimsical, dreamlike appearance made it a staple at carnivals, circuses, and fairs across the United States. Its name eventually evolved into cotton candy, capturing its resemblance to soft, fluffy cotton and emphasizing its lightness. Over the next few decades, the treat became a beloved symbol of amusement parks and carnival culture, associated with childhood nostalgia and carefree indulgence. The irony that a dentist was behind such a sugary creation was not lost on the public, but this only added to the treat's charm. While it may seem counterintuitive for a dentist to invent cotton candy, Dr. Morrison likely viewed it as a harmless treat when enjoyed in moderation. A fun indulgence in a time before sugary foods were as pervasive as they are today. The success of cotton candy also spurred further innovation in candy-making technology. The cotton candy machine set a precedent for using machinery to create new textures and forms in confectionery, inspiring other inventors and confectioners to push the boundaries of candy making. Over the years, improvements were made to the original design, making the machines more efficient, durable, and accessible. By the mid-20th century, cotton candy machines were widely available, allowing vendors around the world to spin their own sugar clouds and bring this magical treat to people everywhere. Today's machines are more advanced but still rely on the same basic principles developed by Morrison and Wharton over a century ago. Despite its sugary nature, cotton candy remains relatively low in calories compared to other treats, thanks to its high air content. A typical serving contains about as much sugar as a can of soda, making it a lighter option for those seeking a sweet indulgence. Cotton candy's popularity endures across generations, not only because of its unique texture and taste, but also because of the sense of nostalgia it evokes. For many, cotton candy conjures memories of childhood trips to the fair, the thrill of seeing a stick of pink or blue fluff handed over the counter, and the delight of watching it melt away into sugary nothingness. In recent years, cotton candy has seen a resurgence, popping up in trendy food creations like cotton candy ice cream, cocktails topped with a cloud of spun sugar, and even gourmet versions infused with exotic flavors like lavender or champagne. The treat has become a versatile canvas for modern chefs and mixologists, proving that even the simplest of inventions can find new life in creative hands. Yet despite all the new twists, the essence of cotton candy remains the same as it was in 1904, a magical, ephemeral treat that brings joy with each bite. The legacy of cotton candy serves as a reminder of how innovation often comes from unexpected places. Dr. Morrison's invention, born from a blend of dental science and confectionery art, has become a beloved icon of childhood and celebration. While he may have intended only to create a novel treat, his invention has had a lasting impact on candy culture, and its story continues to fascinate us today. So the next time you see that familiar swirl of pink or blue, take a moment to appreciate the unlikely origins of cotton candy and the inventive spirit of the dentist who gave it to the world. Thank you for joining us on this sweet journey through the surprising history of cotton candy. Who knew that one of the most whimsical treats was the creation of a dentist? If you enjoyed learning about the unexpected twists and turns in the world of food, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with history of food. We have plenty more fascinating stories waiting to be told, so stay tuned, and until next time, may your cravings for curiosity and confections always be satisfied.